Hi, good morning, Social Soulers. It's Michelle Carville here, curator of Social Souls and founder of Carville Creative. And Social Souls is the conversation because in the ever-changing world of digital marketing and social media, there are no stupid questions. So this group is all about asking questions, supporting one another with all the changes. And thanks to all of you that have been very active and sharing some updates and asking questions. I really want to get that conversation going. I really want this to become a really good resource for everybody to use. So share away, tell other people about it. If people ask you questions, say, you know what, that's a really good question, jump over to Social Souls. This is exactly the types of things that we all want to be learning and we all want to be sharing with one another. So today it's Thursday and I am working from home and I've got a big list of things to go through, as you can see here, and one of my things was to jump on to Social Souls and do a live. I'm going to try and do one every day now. This is what Facebook engagement is requesting of us, so I'm going to get on here every day and have a chat, say hi, maybe answer some stuff, maybe share some stuff. What I wanted to share today is, as you may have seen already posted, is the new Q&A sessions that we've got coming up, and I'm going to endeavour to make sure that we are covering those every Friday. So live at 11 will become a regular Friday, kind of grab your coffee and join in for a 30-minute chat. I'm really excited because I've got fantastic people joining me for those chats for the first 4 sessions, and I'm just going to keep building on that. So the first session is going to be with Sarah Kerrigan of Jellyfish Training, and she's going to be talking all things Facebook advertising, and Sarah is a fantastic trainer, so her knowledge is vast. So if you've got any questions, it's an absolute joy to have Sarah as part of this group. So be sure that if you have got questions and you're thinking about Facebook advertising, or you've got any questions about Facebook advertising, segmentation, targeting, etc., bring them to that session, because it's going to be a fantastic session. The next week we're going to have Vinny Haywood from VH Digital, and he's also the owner of a fantastic group called The Content Blueprint. And again, Vinny is absolutely a master in digital. He does all these kind of tech hub battles and things, and he goes around the world doing stuff. So I mean, he's an amazing talent, an amazing knowledge base, and he's going to be on board, and we're going to be picking his brains. He's going to be sharing stuff about content, and not just about creating the content, but how do you, once you've created a video, once you've created a blog, once you've created an image or a piece of content that you want to share, you know, instead of sharing it once, how do you repurpose that, and how do you get more and more people utilizing and seeing that content? So extending your reach, but without massive effort, you know, so being really smart with your content marketing. And that is what Vinny is going to bring to that session. So really excited about that. Hello, Joe. Oh my goodness. Hi, Joe. Wonderful to see you. My love. Mwah, big kiss. Known Joe since I was 2 years of age. So she's a long time friend. And Dan. Hello, Dan. Thanks for tuning in. I didn't announce I was going live here, but I'm going to do this a bit more impromptu more often. So I do appreciate you tuning in. So hi, and thanks for sending those waves. Who else is coming up on the Q&As? Yeah, David Taylor. Now, some of you will know that I've written some books. I've got a new book coming out in May, Get Social. And the first couple of books that I wrote were with David Taylor. David Taylor and I we've trained thousands of people, literally thousands of people. We've been around the world. We've been through Europe. We have trained thousands of businesses from all different shapes and sizes, people with all different levels of expertise, from senior directors and CEOs to communications teams to leadership teams within, you know, PwC. We've trained, we've done it, we've spoken at the Oxford Farming Conference, from, you know, talking about how farmers are utilising social media, right through to more digital aspects over in the digital, you know, Shoreditch Festival and various bits and pieces. So David is somebody I trust emphatically about what is happening with social, and I'm delighted that David is going to be joining us over on Social Souls. He is going to be talking about content again, but slightly different to Vincent, well, very different to what Vinny's going to be talking about. David's going to be sharing stuff around how you get that content, how you keep that content reservoir topped up, because we all know that on social, content is such a big part of what we're doing as part of that story that we're sharing. And that content can be many things. It can be written word, it can be visual, it could be graphical, it can be video. And how do you get the right content for your objectives? And if that's within an organisation, that might mean that you've got lots of different people sharing different points of view. So you might be drawing from your customer services team, from your HR team, from your finance team, from the leadership team, from your marketing team. You know, there may be very different aspects of what is going on within that business, and getting different people aligned, almost creating your own little newsroom, so that you've got these mini journalists out there reporting, whether they're reporting directly and broadcasting, or whether they're bringing it back to a central hub where then you've got this content to share. That is what David's going to talk about. So, you know, he's going to talk about, even if you're a one-man band, that's still, you know, that newsroom may be you. It may be you and only you, or it may be a whole team of people. So regardless of your situation, there's going to be some real gems in that session as well. And then the other session I've got lined up so far is with Vicky Mills. Vicky actually worked with Carvel Creative for a long time. She still does do various bits of assignments with us. And but she is now marketing director over at Incipio Group. Now, Incipio Group are a really creative and entrepreneurial bunch of millennials, really. And they have been creating some fantastic restaurants, and not just restaurants, but restaurant concepts, like these pop-up rooftop bars that you may have seen. There was one on the rooftops of the BBC in White City. There's been one in Paddington Station at Paddington Basin, and Pergola is, you know, these rooftop bars and rooftop restaurants is a relatively new thing in the UK. I've been to a couple of them and they are fantastic. And Vicky's going to share just how important social media has been in the development and growth of those brands, because it's a relatively new, fertile business, but it's doing stupendously well. I mean, absolutely fantastically well. And, you know, it just goes from strength to strength to strength. And social has been a really big part of that. So she's going to give us the grassroots insight into what they did, how they've used social, how they continue to use social to grow and develop a startup, basically, a fast growth startup, and how social media has supported that and contributed to that. So you can see why I'm excited with just those 4 sessions. We've got some real knowledge, some real expertise. So if you've got questions about content, questions about how social media and digital can help you really fast track and develop and extend and expand your marketing activity to help you grow your business. You've got questions about Facebook advertising. You've got questions about where do you get your content? What is the best content? What should I be doing? And how can you then optimize and leverage and repurpose that content? Got questions about any of that stuff? Then those sessions are going to be absolutely pure gold. And I really encourage you to get on board with those. I encourage you to share, you know, the promotions that we're going to be doing around those sessions to get as many eyeballs there as possible, because they're going to be really, really valuable. And the more questions we have, the more valuable that's going to be. So if you've got questions, post them. You tune in on the day and ask those questions, but even better if I've got some questions to prep and be able to take to those sessions, and then you can all tune in as well. So that's what I wanted to say today. As you can see, I've got lots on my list, so I'm going to be cracking on. I can tick this box off, and I will look forward to catching up with you, not tomorrow. I may do some streaming tomorrow. I'm over a fantastic event tomorrow, which is all about looking at how businesses grow and develop, and tools and resources to assist with that. All of that knowledge I'll be bringing back to Carville, back to Social Cells. So who knows, I may even go live tomorrow, but from central London at that event. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks Joe, thanks Dan, nice to have you watching. Thanks to everybody else who watches this later. Please share. Please encourage people to join in with Social Cells. I want to grow this group. The more people we have in this group that need support and want to help one another, and the more pros and experts we have in this group that can support and share. And you don't have to be a pro and expert to support and share. You know, we're lucky we've got some of those people in this group. But you know, your own experiences are just as valid, because the whole thing with social is, you know, what works for you and what you found, and how things are working. And the same with digital. You know, you'll have your own stories, you'll have your own tactics. So don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This is that safe, happy place for us all just to ask questions. I ask questions. You know, we don't all know everything that's going on, and that's because there are no stupid questions. That's exactly why Social Cells exists. So I look forward to keeping tuned in. I look forward to catching up with you. I look forward to seeing more of you in on the lives, and I look forward to more of you asking those all important questions. Bye for now, and thanks. Bye.